Black History Month kicks off on Sunday, and Thrive City in San Francisco hosting their annual celebration. One of the performers is Oakland musician Queen Iminah, joining us this morning here in the studio. Thank you so much for being here, and good to see you again.
So good to see you too.
So let's talk about this, because meeting you before, I see what you do not only with your music and your dance and celebration of culture, but also how you give back to so many kids. So talk to me just about Queen Iminah. What does that mean for those who don't know?
Well, one, thank you so much for having me. It's so good to see you here in the studio. I am Queen Iminah. I am a cultural ambassador, educational leader, and recording artist, global change maker based in Oakland. I'm from Oakland, California, and I've been blessed to share my music, share my art, share my education and culture throughout the world. In addition to being a singer, songwriter, dancer, and rapper, I'm also an educational leader. I'm the co-founder, and I've served as a program director and program manager of the African American Female Excellence Initiative. That's part of the Oakland Unified School District. So I'm very passionate about uplifting our youth in Oakland and throughout the world through empowering excellence and inspiring achievement in all of our youth through the intersection of art, education, and culture.
And I love it. So we're looking at some of the pictures here of you during your performance, and what stands out too is not only that you showcase your talent and the beautiful garments that you wear, which is part of the teaching of culture, but it's also you share that spotlight with these kids.
Yes.
And it's so great because you expose them to so much. Talk to me about the passion behind that and why it's so important, especially during the month where we celebrate Black heritage.
Yes, so this year, especially being the 100th year anniversary of the founding of Black History Month, which started as Negro History Week in 1926, and so we're in 2026, and we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. Myself, growing up in Oakland, it was a very challenging time. When I was growing up, there were so many negative elements that really impacted a lot of my community and also impacted me. And so through me being able to rise above the challenges I faced growing up as a young Black woman in Oakland, facing the threat of being sexually exploited, facing the threat of my friends being victim of gun violence, facing the threats of a lot of my friends who didn't make it out of middle school and high school, let alone college. Once I was able to make it out of Oakland, attend Spelman College, and come into myself as a young woman and it be in tune with my gifts and talents, I had a really deep reality check once I got into the adult world and realized that if I didn't take a stand and make an impact and help fix the issues that I saw in my community, I don't know who else would. And so I really am inspired by people like Harriet Tubman, like Sojourner Truth, like Mary McLeod Bethune, who really were all about uplifting others as they were uplifted. And so as I was able to get opportunities and I thought of all the amazing adults in my family and my community that poured into me, I wouldn't feel right if I didn't make it my mission to also pour into those coming behind me, because also there's no success without successors. And so it's very important for us, especially as we're here in the 100th year anniversary of Black History Month. What does that mean to our youth today of Oakland? And what happens in Oakland and the Bay Area also impacts the world.
And I love the fact that you talked about the people before you, the Harriet Tubmans, the Bethunes. Like, you talked about those people, but the thing about what you are doing is you are that person that they can touch, that they can sense. And you share that with so many people. I know this weekend you're going to be at Thrive City, a partnership with the Warriors there, to celebrate Black culture. And you'll be doing something kind of what we see right here as one of your performances.
Absolutely.
And so tell me about that, the importance of not just sharing it just with, it is important to share with Black kids within the community, but also just share it to anyone who will listen.
Absolutely. It's very important for all of us to understand each other and the unique nuances that we have in our different communities that can make us, as especially an American society, come together as one. And so it's very important for the African American community, because our narrative was often spoken for by others, demonized in different ways over the past 400 years that we've been in this country. That is why Black History Month was created, because there was such a strong void of accurate and respectful information that was available about the African American community for ourselves to have empowerment, but also every other community to understand us and know
us. And Thrive City, that event is happening this weekend. That's on Sunday, February 1st from 12 to 3. Don't meet her there, beat her there.
Yes.
Queen Iminah, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.